Hello, this is Terry, and today is 5th of March 2024. Welcome to the, in a way, joint recording of Stars and Cars Chronicles by Amethyst Astro Tarot as podcast and my YouTube channel that you will find as, again, Amethyst Astro Tarot. So today, what am I going to talk about? Even though we have some important events coming up, sign changes and new moon on 10th of March, I would like to talk about a bit of the eclipses and how they are related to the nodes of the moon, lunar nodes. As you may know, or if you don't know, I can make a reminder that on 25th of March 2024, there would be a lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra at 5 degrees 13 minutes. And on the April 8th, 2024, there would be a solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, and it would be on the 19 degrees 22 minutes of Aries. So, first of all, let me make a small introduction from one of the books that I like a lot, from the Mapping the Psyche by Clare Martin, and in the volume 3, she explains the relationship of the eclipses and how the lunar nodes are associated with that. And according to the her book, that when we look, total and annular eclipses occurs within 9 degrees of the nodal axis, whereas partial and pulse eclipses can occur up to a distance of 19 degrees of the nodal axis. And if you ask what is like, according to the astronomy, what are the nodes, again, looking at the Mapping the Psyche, volume 2 by Clare Martin, there is a very simple and nice explanation about the astronomy of the nodes, that she said that they are the nodes, I mean the moon nodes are in fact the meeting point of the sun, moon, and earth, and that they are therefore the symbolic meeting point of the spirit, soul, and body, liminal places where opposites come together and merge. That's a really interesting explanation. And the thing is that when we look at the charts, now I will share the chart of the first of all lunar eclipse of the that will happen on 25th of March 2024. Here we can see, according to in UK time, it will happen at 7:13 in the morning. And looking at this, we see that since it's a lunar eclipse, we are talking about the actually a full moon time. And when we look at it, it's a full moon, so we will have the opposition between the sun and the moon, so they would be in opposite signs. And here we see that sun during the lunar eclipse would be at 5 degrees 7 minutes of Aries, and the moon will be in the 5 degrees 13 minutes of Libra. And these are the, as you can see, nodes. Okay, and when we look at the nodes, we see that here there's a nearly 11 degrees of distance between the moon and the south node. And here when we look, there is again around 11 degrees between the sun and the north node. And in very simple general terms, what the nodes may mean it's like our life journey, and it's like south node can be more about our past, about our comfort zone, about our innate skills. But when we come to the north node, it's more about the future, leaving that comfort zone behind. Of course, not deleting the experiences, but getting the experiences. But you have to move in a way forward when with the north node, and it's a way to improve, progress ourselves, getting out of our comfort zones. It's in simple terms, it's like that. So we see the relationship here, and it's really important that when the nodes at the moment are in this Libra and Aries axis, this year especially, at the beginning of this year, we will have the eclipses, the start with the first Libra. And now I will also show the chart of the 8th of April, which I will just show it to yourselves. And when we come to the 8th of April chart, which is a solar eclipse, which means that it is the meeting of the sun and the moon, which is the new moon, just after that. And then here we will see that the moon is actually reaching the sun. That's the 19 degrees. Actually, last night I was contemplating about this, because 19 degrees is the sun's exaltation point in Aries. So that's an interesting fact. And also we see the Chiron also 19 degrees. They have all 1 minute between each other. It's a really big event. And here we see that, that the moon on the 8th of April, I know that it's a bit technical, but it's good to understand the relationship between the sun and moon and the nodes during the eclipses period, and how why they are much important eclipses than a regular new moon and full moon, how they are related with our also life journey and so on. And it depends, of course, how they impact our personal lives through our natal chart. So here we see that on the 8th of April, we have the moon in Aries, 19 degrees 22 minutes, and the sun is again in Aries, 19 minutes 19 degrees 23 minutes. And when we look at the relationship with the nodes, we see that this new moon would be not really tightly conjunct, but still it's very near to the north node. That would be in 15 degrees 38 minutes of Aries, and south node on the, of course, opposite side is the 15 degrees 38 minutes of Libra. So in that sense, it's really important to look at our natal charts and see, especially at the beginning of this year, like during these eclipses, 25th of March and 8th of April, if we have any placements, especially in Aries and in Libra, in the degrees that I have mentioned before during the recording, and also you can see on the charts. I will now stop the sharing so that I can continue talking. And it's important to note that that the impact of the relationship, I think, of the nodes and Libra Aries axis, we will see that it will continue until 2025, because again in October 2024, this year, there would be another solar eclipse in Libra around 10 degrees. And next year, March 29, 2025, there would be a solar eclipse in Aries. So still around 8 degrees 53 minutes. So this impact of the lunar nodes will continue. I mean, like the relationship with the Libra Aries axis sense. Of course, they are always for the eclipses. The lunar nodes are in contact with the sun and moon. But in terms of Libra and Aries, signs of Libra and Aries, it will continue until March 2025. And the reason that after that will come to an end, that I can explain it, because the lunar nodes will change signs actually. If you are looking at the mean node, that's a different calculation. It will be January 29, 2025. And if we look at the true node, that will be happening January 11, 2025. And the node will leave Aries and Aries and Libra, and they will go back to Pisces and Virgo. So in that sense, it's good to, I think, keep these relationships and of the nodes, and also the degrees of the eclipses in mind, and keeping in mind that, yeah, that the Aries Libra eclipses will continue until March 2025. So I think that would be my maybe quite technical recording and video about the lunar nodes and also the eclipses. Of course, I would be making posts or more also recordings about the eclipses when the time comes near. But I hope that you find this useful. If any comments, if any, I mean, like questions, etc., that come to your mind, please feel free to ask them, because I know that I talked a bit technical, but it's the way to explain also, that you can look at your charts and see the degrees and etc., and maybe make sense of some of the stuff on your own. If there is anything like you need more professional advice or some questions, you can always contact me for professional looking into your charts as well. Yeah, so for today, that will be that with me, and I hope to talk to you soon, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.